I recently asked 10 high-paid African professionals if they knew what the S&P 500 is. Out of 10, only one knew. And these are not struggling people. These are individuals bringing in anywhere from $8,000 to $30,000 a month. Doctors, engineers, nurses, IT professionals, people who worked incredibly hard to get where they are. And yet, most of them had no idea what the S&P 500 was. No idea how to make their money work beyond the paycheck. That hit me, because I've been that person. Earning good money, doing everything right on paper, and still feeling like I was one bad month away from starting over. So today, we are going to fix that. By the end of this video, you will know exactly what investing is, how to get started, and why it is one of the most important things you will ever do for yourself and your family. Let's get into it. Before we talk about what to do, I want to talk about why so many of us don't already know this. Because it is not an intelligence problem. It is not a discipline problem. We are some of the most hardworking, driven, resilient people on this planet. Our parents sacrificed everything to give us opportunities they never had. But here is what nobody told us. Working hard builds income. Investing builds wealth. And those are two very different things. Most of us grew up in households where the financial advice was, work hard, save your money, don't be in debt. And that advice kept our families stable. But it was not designed to build generational wealth. It was designed to survive. Nobody taught us about the stock market because nobody around us was in it. Maybe you're the first to come to America, so the focus was on making it. Nobody explained compound interest because it was not part of the conversation at the dinner table. And the people who did know, they were not exactly lining up to share that information with us. So we entered the workforce, started earning real money, and did what we were taught. We saved. We sent money home. We took care of our people. And there is nothing wrong with any of that. But what if you could do all of that and build wealth at the same time? That is what we are building here, not instead of your responsibilities, alongside them. So let's start from the very beginning. Investing is simply putting your money to work so that it grows without you having to trade more of your time for it. Right now, your income has one engine, you. You show up, you work, you get paid. But the moment you stop showing up, the income stops too. Investing adds a second engine, one that runs whether you are working, sleeping, traveling, or spending time with your family. That second engine is your money generating more money. Now I know what some of you are thinking. Blessing, the stock market is risky. My cousin lost money. My coworker tried it and stopped. And yes, there is risk. I am not going to sit here and pretend otherwise. But here is the thing about risk. The biggest risk you can take is doing nothing. Inflation is real. That means the money sitting in your savings account is actually losing purchasing power every single year. The cost of living goes up. Your salary may go up. But if your money is just sitting still, you are quietly falling behind. Investing, done correctly and consistently over time, is how you get ahead of that curve. Not overnight, not by getting lucky, by being consistent. Before you can invest in anything, you need a place to do it. That place is called a brokerage account. Think of it like a bank account, but instead of just holding cash, it lets you buy and sell investments like stocks and ETFs. Opening one is easier than you think. It takes about 10 minutes online. You will need your ID, your social security number if you are in the US, and a bank account to link for transfers. Now, which brokerage should you use? Here are the ones I recommend for beginners. Fidelity is my top pick. No fees, great tools, and excellent customer service. It is where I would send my own family members. Schwab is another solid option, very beginner-friendly. Robinhood has a simple interface that makes it easy to get started. Good for people who want something clean and straightforward. Moo is worth looking at if you want more data and analytics as you grow. The most important thing is that you open one. Do not spend 3 months researching which one is perfect. Pick one from this list and take the first step. Once your account is open and funded, even if it is just $100 to start, you are officially an investor. That moment matters more than most people realize. Now that you have a brokerage account, what do you actually put in it? For most people watching this, the answer starts with ETFs. So let me explain what that is. ETF stands for Exchange Traded Fund. And the simplest way I can explain it is this. Imagine you want to invest in 500 of the biggest, most successful companies in America. Apple, Microsoft, Amazon, Google, Johnson & Johnson, all of them at once. But buying one share of each of those companies individually would cost you tens of thousands of dollars. An ETF bundles all of those companies together into one single investment. You buy one share of the ETF and you own a small piece of all 500 companies at the same time. That is diversification. And diversification is important because it protects you. If one company has a bad year, the other 499 are still working for you. Your entire portfolio does not collapse because one stock went down. The most well-known ETF is called VOO. It tracks the S&P 500, which is an index of the 500 largest companies in the United States. Historically, the S&P 500 has returned an average of about 10% per year over the long term. That means if you invested $10,000 today and never touched it, in 10 years, you could have roughly $25,000. In 20 years, over $60,000, without picking a single stock, without watching charts every day, without knowing anything about technical analysis, just consistency. Here is another ETF worth knowing, QQQM. This one tracks the 100 largest non-financial companies on the NASDAQ, which means it is heavily weighted toward technology. Companies like Apple, Nvidia, Meta, and Tesla. It carries a little more risk than VO, but also has higher growth potential. And then there is VXF, which covers mid and small cap US companies that are not yet in the S&P 500, but are growing fast. Think of it as buying into tomorrow's big companies today. Together, these three ETFs give you broad exposure to the entire US stock market. Large companies, growth companies, emerging companies, all working for you at the same time. So what does this actually look like in practice? Here is a simple starting point I give my clients. If you are brand new to investing and you want to keep it simple, start with VO. That is it, one ETF. Every single month, whatever you can afford, put it into VO and leave it alone. Even $100 a month. That is it. The goal at this stage is not to get rich overnight. The goal is to build the habit and let compounding do its job. As your income grows and your confidence grows, you can start adding QQQ for more growth exposure and VXF for broader US market coverage. The key principle here is this: time in the market beats timing the market every single time. The people who win at investing are not the ones who figured out the perfect moment to buy. They are the ones who started, stayed consistent, and did not panic when the market went down, because the market will go down. That is not a sign that something is wrong. That is just how markets work. The ones who lose are the ones who sell in a panic. The ones who win are the ones who stay the course. And here is something that makes this even easier. Most brokerages let you set up automatic investments. You connect your bank account, choose an amount, choose a frequency, and the money moves automatically every month. You do not have to think about it. You do not have to remember. It just happens. That is how you build wealth while living your life. Before I let you go, I want to address the things I know are going through your head right now. I don't have enough money to invest. You do not need a lot. You need to start. $50 a month is $600 a year working for you. In 20 years, at average market returns, that $50 a month becomes something meaningful. The amount matters less than the consistency. What if I lose everything? If you are investing in diversified ETFs like VOO over a long time horizon, the historical data says you will be fine. The market has recovered from every crash in history, every single one. What matters is that you do not sell when it drops. I need to send money home first. I hear you, and I am not asking you to choose between your family and your future. I am asking you to make room for both, even a small amount. Because the most powerful thing you can do for the people you love is build financial stability that lasts. I'll start when I make more money. That day may never come, or it will come and there will be a new reason to wait. The best time to start was yesterday. The second best time is today. So to recap what we covered today, investing is how you build a second engine for your income. A brokerage account is where you do it. ETFs like VOO, QQQ, and VXF are how you start, and consistency over time is how you win. This is just the beginning. In the next video, we are going to go deeper. We are talking about tax-advantaged accounts, specifically your 401k and your Roth IRA, and why not using them is literally leaving free money on the table. If you are a high-income earner, this next video could change how you think about your entire financial strategy. Make sure you subscribe so you do not miss it. And if this video helped you, drop a comment below and tell me, did you know what the S&P 500 was before watching this? I genuinely want to know. See you in the next one.